Good morning and welcome to day 3 on our lake restoration video. So the other day I spent some time over there, tried to tidy up that corner of the lake. Last week I spent the day doing this end of the lake, so we're about halfway along today. Plan for today is to do this section here, so I will put a link up to the playlist in the corner if you've not watched the other two, so you can catch up with what's going on. But yeah, plan for today is to trim this berberis hedge back. And then the viburnums here, I'm going to give them a trim as I go along, but I then want to come along and try and take the tops out of them, because I want to get them back down to the manageable size like this. So we're a little late in the year for giving them too hard a prune, so I've got to be very careful with how much I take out, but I can certainly do a lot better than they are at the moment. So yeah, let's get on. Okay, well I've made it to the end of the berberis hedge and I'm back to the entrance here. So now, as you have a quick look, a lot better along here, a lot more open, you can actually get through. So I'm now going to turn my attention to these. So I want these to be similar to the other end. Now, if you cut these in March, you can do pretty much anything to them at that point. And they'll put new sprouts out and they'll all grow. Problem is, if I do that now, they take a long time to put new sprouts out. It'll take 2-3 months, and then we're likely to be in the height of summer and the plants could die because the new sprouts won't be able to take the heat. So the idea is I want to leave all this at the bottom, although I want to take it back further really, but I'm going to leave all that at the bottom and just try and take these big bits in the middle here out. So I've reduced the height of this. Then if it sprouts out in the middle, excellent, because then I can trim the outside off next year. If it doesn't, then it's fine, it's just slightly wider than I'd like, and then give it a few years, I might be able to trim it back then. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of material here, so yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, well that's looking loads better already. Unfortunately it's going to be a slow job because the battery has already died on my mini chainsaw, so it can't even cope with one shrub, so I'm going to have to go and put that on charge. But the other problem is the fact that I'm just getting stuff everywhere. There's just so much stuff here. So my plan was to just sort of do a nice pile and then shred it all at the end. I'm thinking if I bring the shredder up, and I say shred it as I go, I've got a big section now, I'll shred that. Because yeah, otherwise I'm going to be sort of tripping over myself with stuff. So right, I'll see you in a minute. So I'm shredding away there, going, this is going really well, much better than I was expecting. And I thought I'll better just check the camera, and then I realised I haven't pressed record. So I'm halfway through shredding and it's going well. But yeah, to get this to shred, some bits are going through no problem whatsoever. Obviously bits like this, if I can get it out, yeah. So it's got multiple branches to it. Obviously I can't put a whole thing through like this. So I've been cutting like there and taking that branch off. But then it bushes out a lot here, so I've had to take another side shoot off there. And you put it through, and the trunk part shreds no problem whatsoever. You get up to the leaves, and because that's a lot of mass trying to go through all in one go, it's all got to fit through that tiny little space at the bottom of the chute. So it fits in the big bit at the top, no problem. But it all compresses down to the small bit at the bottom. And yeah, it's slow, but it's working. So I record a little bit more of me shredding, and this time I will press record. But I'm not going to record all the shredding I do because I don't think I've got enough space on my camera. It was all going so well. So yeah, I'm still on this first bush. trying to shred it. Shredder doesn't like dead stuff apparently. A piece got in there, jammed underneath it, and now it won't turn. I don't know how to get it out. So I've got those little bits there. If you pull on them, they snap off, but the drum doesn't want to rotate. I've managed to get it to rotate an inch by ramming a log down there and trying to push the drum, but it is just solid. So yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of the time trying to fix the shredder. What a joy. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, well, I've managed to get the shredder working again. It's the tiniest little thing that's in there that had stopped it, so I don't know what was going on. And I haven't lost any of my fingers doing so we're doing good. Right, so I'm going to carry on with cutting tops out of these. So I'm going to skip this one for now, purely because of the fact that it's quite nice and upright and not in the way. So I'm going to get on with the next one, and then once I've done this, we'll see how much time I've got. I might get onto the one after that as well. So right. Right, well, I think that's all I'm going to be able to get done today, but I'm pleased with what I've done so far. So with that one shrub there removed, you can actually see down the lake, which is excellent. And obviously with the hedge cut here, you can actually walk down along the side of it as well, which is even better. So with the shrubs here, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. They are taking forever to cut and shred. So I've got three options. One is just to persist and carry on cutting and shredding them. The second is to cut them and drag them down to our bonfire pile and have a bonfire with them. There is a lot of material here to have a bonfire with. And the third option is to drag them to the very far end of the lake and dump them in a hole over there and leave them to rot down. I'm not too keen on the idea of leaving them in the trees at the end of the lake there, because it's a fire risk having all this stuff laying around. So not quite sure what I'm going to do, but I'm sure when I get around to cutting these I will record it. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoy it, leave a like and do subscribe, and I shall see you later.